Oh, crap. Okay. My notes. Where are my notes? Where are my notes? Right here. Hey, everybody. Why am I so nervous right now? I'm really nervous. You guys that are on YouTube and Facebook, I don't know how to unmirror that. So everything's backwards. I apologize. Those of you on the Tiki-Taki, you're getting it all in the right way. So let me tell you what's going on here. Hey, Lena from Sweden. Connie, I had pizza for lunch again. Okay, let me tell you what's going on. This is my first one. I'm a little disorganized still. I forgot, like, it was Halloween and things are going on, so I'm trying to wing this. But I promise you next time, it will be much more organized because I want this to be a regular thing. So if you're here, today I'm talking about prison stuff. Okay? Prison stuff. Now, I'm also on my Doing the Time with Tia Torres TikTok account. It's brand new. If you guys want to go over and follow me on Doing the Time with Tia Torres, that would be great because that TikTok account is going to be prison stuff, prison stuff, prison stuff. Okay. So it's also probably a quicker way for me to see your question. I'm talking about TikTok. So I'm over there on Doing the Time with Tia Torres, just like the name says right here. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm multitasking. For those of you over here on YouTube and Facebook, I am actually going live for the first time on my Doing the Time with Tia Torres YouTube account. It's the first, okay? And of course, if you hear from my Patreon, I will be posting a recording of this on Patreon as well. So, but yeah, so that's what was going on. And I just kind of wanted to launch Doing the Time with Tia Torres, both on YouTube and TikTok. So Lisa, how are you, girl? You are absolutely going to be a guest. And can I just say, you're looking hot, girl. I've been following your videos. Like, you look hot. So this is not dog talk. Today's prison talk. The reason I'm bringing up this topic, okay? No, girl, you wear Hawaii well and you look great. Garden Goddess, if you want to go over to Doing the Time with Tia Torres, that's perfectly fine. It's a new platform both on TikTok and YouTube, so I would love to get more followers on there. But I got an itch in my nose. This topic today is going to be multi-episode because I keep hearing the name, okay, of Lucasville. It's a prison in Lucasville, Ohio. And with my ex-husband just getting out of prison few weeks ago, during his time of incarceration, he talked about Lucasville a lot because he was in Lucasville. What do you call it? The correct title is Southern Ohio Correctional Facility. Deb, your son is in there? Okay. Yikes. So I need to start by saying this, okay? To everybody, to Doing the Time with Tia Torres people up here, to the Tia Torres time. Oh, no, we're here. I am very empathetic to anybody who has to work in a prison. Okay, it's rough. It is rough. Thanks, Missy, for just following me on the Doing the Time with Tia Torres TikTok account. I say it's brand new. I'm trying to get it going. But I'm very empathetic to someone who has to work in a prison. Here's my reason. And this is like a more diluted analogy of that. Thanks, Connie, for the super chat donation. I really appreciate it. So you just email the website, Connie. Email our website, and they'll get the email to me. Thank you so much. Many years ago, I worked in a residential treatment center for kids. Okay. These were sexually abused kids, and they had a lot of issues, of course, a lot of pain. Now, of course, they didn't commit any crimes, but living in there with them for my shift was draining. It was emotionally draining. Okay. There were also physical altercations, and we had to get involved in that as well. Okay. So, thanks, Garden Goddess. So when you go to work in a prison, you are kind of living among them for your shift. Okay. You're in their house, and I know it can be rough. Okay. Yeah. I've actually heard of that, Lisa. I think in Los Angeles, they do that before they can become a sheriff. They have to work in the prisons or the jails. Yep. And that being said, okay, it doesn't give the correctional officers the right to treat people. And I'm not going to use the term worse than animals. I'm just not going to go there. Okay. Worse than dirt. Okay. Thank you, Santana from Canada. But I had been hearing things about Lucasville from my ex, and he told me stories about what happened. Now, here's the thing. He's telling me stories, and I'm like, yeah. I mean, I did. I kind of went, yeah. But then I started to hear stories from other inmates that the same thing was happening to them. So I belong to a Ohio prison group on Facebook. And lo and behold, a couple weeks ago, I saw a young woman post for help. Her boyfriend was in Lucasville, and she started to say things were happening there. And I don't want to get too specific because I'm worried for retaliation. But she put out a petition and started listing all the grievances that other people had told her about this prison. And I'm just going to read a few of them. And the thing is, surprisingly, they're very familiar because they are the same things that Tony, my ex, told me about. Okay. Mold. They paint over the mold. Now, mind you, some of the things I'm going to talk to you about are not even to do with like inmate abuse. We'll get to that in a minute. Roaches everywhere, denying them taking pictures with their loved ones when they come to visit. The food that's being served, mold in the food, not enough food, fabricating tickets, which is like a punishment. Believe that one, seen it happen. Punishing people by taking their visits away just for out of retaliation. Let's see here. Here's an interesting one because I saw it with my own eyes. An incident of a one-armed inmate being abused and them mocking him. And that footage was leaked through someone to me. So I've seen it with my own eyes. Okay. The list just goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And I mean, and on. We can sit here and do this all day long. So I have actually seen stories, exposés from news media where people were able to get footage, whether it was through illegal cell phones or a whistleblower. The purpose of me doing this little mini expose on Lucasville is I want to be balanced. I do. But I have a feeling it's going to lean a little bit in the direction of a lot of stuff going on there. So I began to do my homework on Lucasville, the prison. And the first thing, well, the most famous thing it's known for is the riot it had in 1993. There was a riot. The inmates retaliated against the treatment there, the overcrowding. The thing that pushed them over the edge was that the prison wanted to do tuberculosis tests on all the inmates, and the Muslims did not want to take the test because there was alcohol, like some kind of alcohol chemical in the vaccination or the testing, excuse me. And that's against their religion. And they were going to force them. And they said, we are going to force you to do this. So they rioted. Okay. Terry, I'm just ignoring it. The ex-husband I speak of, guys, is not AJ. AJ was my husband for a minute. AJ was on the TV show for half a minute. And I know that's the only one you remember, but it was literally like one episode for like 60 seconds. Okay. My ex-husband I speak of is Tony, who I was married to before AJ. And I've known him for 25 years. Okay. That's who I'm talking about. So got that off my chest. The riot lasted for 11 days. 11 days at Lucasville, okay, in Ohio. And a total of 9 inmates and 1 correctional officer were snuffed, taken out. TikTok is very sensitive. I can't say what I want to say. So I found a Netflix special on that incident. It's called Captive. Captive. It's a mini series, but only the first episode is about the Lucasville riots. Guys, as I'm watching this, I'm just sitting here. I'm blown away. I'm blown away at what the prison officials are saying, what's coming out of their mouth. It's one of those where I go, did you just say that? Did you really just say that? Okay. So let's talk about some of the things. The first thing that I thought was very interesting with the Lucasville riot. Guys, this is not dog talk. There is no dog talk. Okay. This is why I'm not doing this live stream on any Villalobos Rescue Center platforms. Okay. None. This is only on my Tia Torres platforms. When it's on Tia Torres or Doing the Time with Tia Torres, I get to talk about whatever I want. And today is about a prison in Ohio that's been under the gun for a lot of abuse and mistreatment there. Allegedly. Okay. No, it's okay. I'm just letting you guys know. I'm not mad at anybody for mentioning dogs, but I did put like in the description, prison talk only. And I have to keep reminding people that, and I keep saying this, those of you that are just hear about the TV show, it was called Pitbulls and Parolees. But nobody ever wants to talk about the other part. They just want to talk about the dogs. But the other part of my life is prison. And so now that the TV show's out of the way, I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. Okay. I do dogs 24/7, 365 days a year. I'm setting aside time to talk about the other part of my life. And that's prison reform, helping people coming out of prison, etc. So if you're here to talk about dogs, this is not the place for you, because I will not be addressing anything dog related. So I don't mind answering questions about like the rescue stuff. Like I think Connie, or did you just ask me like about an email? I have no problem with that, but I'm not going to do like dog stuff. Okay. Off my chest. I'm even wearing my inmate orange today. Kimberly. Yes. Your nephew's an assistant deputy warden. Oh, I imagine you hear stuff. Okay. And again, I'm very balanced. You know, I know correctional officers have a tough job. I know they do. But there's also some correctional officers that just take it too far. Cops in general take it too far. Okay. I want to believe the majority are good, but when I see prisons in other countries, and I talked about this the other day, when I see prisons in other countries that have an amazing rehabilitation system, they almost have like nothing with it. Oh my God, I just burped soda up my nose. The recidivism rate is so low. And the correctional officers are sitting down, playing cards with the inmates, cooking with the inmates. Okay, we're doing something wrong. So it is possible to do this. I think the US has made prison a business. They look at these humans as cha-ching, cha-ching. Okay. And I'm not saying everybody in prison is like this innocent being, but if you're a correctional officer, you're there to do a job. Okay. Let's just keep it on the table. You're there to do a job. You're there to keep control. You're there to keep the peace. You're there to treat them like humans. You have to do your best to look at everybody as equal. You give what you get, right? So the thing is this: if I was a correctional officer, I would want to be able to go into my job and enjoy it. So if everybody's miserable, you're going to be miserable too, right? Okay. Oh, wow. Your dad was a correctional officer and you were an inmate. Well, there you go. See, you made it work. So I watched the special on Netflix called Captive. Okay. And like I said, the first episode is about the riot in Lucasville, Ohio. Now, I'm not allowed, I can't share screen because Netflix has all these copyright infringements. Like I'll get like booted and sued and flogged. So I can't put anything on here. Stop. I can't put anything on here for you to see. What I did was I recorded some audio, which I don't think I'm allowed to put either, but I recorded some audio so that I can remind myself what was said. TikTokers will probably hear it. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it here, but I'm at least going to use it to remind myself of what happened. Okay. Oops. No. Let's get that over here. So when the riots happened, they called in Colonel Tom Rice, supervisor for the Ohio State Highway Patrol. And one of the first things he did, hey, everybody on my Doing the Time with Tia Torres, I appreciate you joining. One of the first things he stated to the media was his main goal was preservation of life. Okay. Now, when the inmates took over the prison, they had 8 hostages, 8 correctional officers holding them hostage. And like I said, the guy overseeing it, Colonel Tom Rice, main goal, preservation of life. So at some point, an inmate came out and stated their demands. Okay. Now, I didn't think they were that serious. They wanted the water turned back on and the electricity turned back on because the prison had shut it off. I get it. That's standard what you do in a prison riot. You want them to like sweat it out and, you know. But the only other demand they had was they wanted to speak to the media. We want to talk to somebody from the media. We want them to know what it's like in here. And the prison officials wouldn't allow it. Even the media said they were blacked out. I made a note, media blackout. They wouldn't let anybody from the media talk to anybody. The prison officials wouldn't talk to the media. I find that a little suspicious, don't you? So the negotiator tells this inmate who is speaking on behalf of everybody, oh, you can't trust the media. Wait, what? Wait, what? Did you just tell an inmate that? Like this, I'm like, what? Even if that's your belief, like, come on, you're trying to diffuse the situation, right? So he says to the inmate, well, I'm going to have to get back to you. You know, we're going to have to get back to you on that. And the inmate stated, because they got interviewed, you know, as well, for the special, those that got out. We waited and waited, and they just kept stringing us along. So at one point, the inmates, you can see this in the special on Netflix, they hung a sheet out their window and said, you have 3.5 hours to let us talk to the media, or someone's going to DIE. Okay? On the Netflix special about the Lucasville Riot, the Lucasville prison riot, there is a woman who's speaking on behalf of the prison, being interviewed by the media. And she says, oh, that's their standard threat. They always say stuff like that. I'm like, heart palpitations, right? I'm like, oh no. What do you want to say at that point? Don't threaten me with a good time. Okay? This Colonel Tom Rice, the one overseeing everything, says something to the effect to the media. We're just going to wait this out. They're hungry. I'm not hungry. They don't have water? I don't care. I got water. Hold on, Colonel Rice. You said earlier that your main goal was preservation of life. You have 8 correctional officers being held hostage in there. So by you cutting off the water, cutting off the power, not giving them food, your 8 correctional officers are suffering. Not to mention this bimbo of a woman just said, that's just a standard threat. They always say stuff like that. Well, you know, want to guess what happened next? Yeah. A correctional officer was, you know what, snuffed out. And you see the inmates carrying his body and putting him on the grass in the rec yard. And then it was like, oh my God, what's happened? What were you thinking was going to happen? And mind you, earlier the day before, they said, if you let us talk to the media, we will let 2 hostages out. Let us talk to the media. We want to tell our grievances, and we'll give you 2 hostages. And they were turned down. And then the prison's shocked at what happened. It was such a clusterfuck. Like watching this special, I'm like, oh my gosh. And I mean, you know what they say, unless you're there, don't, you weren't there. It's pretty blatantly bad. It's on Netflix. It's called Captive. It's a series called Captive, and it's about different episodes of different stories in the media of people like held hostage. And so the very first one is about the Lucasville riot. And because I wanted to get the picture from the beginning before I got into what's going on currently in Lucasville prison. Okay. So that's why I'm telling you this story. I want to know what happened. And it's just been like, ever since, the stories that you keep hearing coming out of that particular prison, the horrific inmate abuse. And I'm not talking an inmate gets out of line and you shove him against a wall and you sock him in the face, whatever. No, brutal. And I have a couple of stories, but not for today. Okay. Because I want to talk more about this next week. Because I do want to bring this to light. Hell, I would love it if the warden invited me to Lucasville, let me take a look and talk to the inmates. Doubt it'll happen, because I have been invited to other prisons before, but I doubt it will happen, because I would love to. You never know. Oh, Homewrecked, I know. And I know it's easy for everybody on the outside to go, well, they're in prison. They got it coming. Priscilla in Ohio. Okay. But again, the job of a correctional officer is to keep the peace, keep everybody safe. Just do your job and not pick and choose who you're going to abuse. And when I mean abuse, I mean it's bad. Like one of the stories I'm going to tell you is really bad. Really, really bad. And I'm probably going to bring my ex-husband up as a guest because he told me all these stories when he was still up there. And I'm like, oh, you're just exaggerating. They didn't really do that to you. And he's like, they did. And then, just 2 days ago, a story came out of the news, which I will talk about later, of an inmate who just won a civil action suit of almost $500,000 for the abuse he went through at this prison. And there's surveillance photos of what the correctional officers are doing to him. And it's exactly the same thing they did to Tony, my ex. I'm like, oh, he was telling me the truth this whole time. This whole time he was telling me the truth. And when you see these pictures, you're like, oh my God. Yeah, I mean, this inmate's girlfriend, behind every good man is a better woman, right? This girlfriend of his, just, boy, she dug in and got public records requests, surveillance. I mean, she got an attorney, and she what's going on in here? We have some arguing going on in here on Facebook. But here's the thing, Cindy. I kind of see where you're coming with that comment, but let's like keep our business face on. As a correctional officer, I know Homewrecked, right? You're there to like, again, you're not allowed to do that. You have to keep the peace, keep everybody safe. I get what you're saying though. I do. But you're not supposed to do that. No, there is no AJ. I divorced AJ years ago. Yeah, that's nothing to be sorry about. I'm the one that divorced him. Nothing to be sorry about. Thank you, Alvia. Is it Alvia? Alivia? Yeah. You have to be unbiased when you work in this kind of field. Yes, you are correct. And don't get me wrong. We all do it, right? We all see these stories on the news about someone who committed a crime. We're like, oh, I would do. When you're in that job, you can't. As much as you want to punish this particular person for their crime because it's disgusting and vile, you can't. You just can't. So thank you, Aaron Ryder. But I'm not talking like, again, these stories that and these pictures I'm going to show you on the next one, on the next podcast or live stream, horrific. And I don't want to tell you too much now, but they are horrific. And now knowing that the man who's now living here with me went through that, I'm like, really? The guy who's out here like kissing my dogs in the face and saying silly little girl, using his little girly doggy voice, like, like this stuff happened. So it kind of puts things into perspective. Okay. Well, yeah, Brandy, you are correct. 100%. Yeah. So it's Missy, I'm going to be doing that later today. The prison pen pals. I'm going to do that later today. We're going to feature on the prison pen pal, the 90-day felon. I'm going to feature Daniel oh my God, I can't remember his last name. Copeland. We call him Garfield. I'm going to feature him because he's been wanting a pen pal so bad, and I haven't been able to get him one. Rebecca, good point. Good point. These inmates who are in prison were already judged and convicted. It's not the correctional officer's job to judge them again. Yeah. So, and I know because like I go into prisons and I'll meet inmates who come up to me and, introduce themselves. And then like another inmate will lean forward and say, he's a child, you know what? And I'm like, okay, but you know what? I get it. I mean, the guy was polite to me. So I'm like, okay, nice to meet you. And, thank you. Bye. So yeah. Beverly, pen pals are through my 90-day felon program. I have a YouTube and a TikTok on that. But I am going to be featuring somebody tonight. Or today. I just have a lot going on today. It's Friday. People get paid. It's Halloween. Got to go to the store. All that kind of stuff. So it's just kind of picked the wrong day to start this. And I also actually am building a podcast studio. So it was going to be a little bit more, right now I got like my ugly curtains in the background and my air conditioning unit. And it's super dark and yeah. But my hope is to keep Fridays set aside for prison talk, felon talk. Okay. What is going on here? Hold on, guys. What is going on with Facebook? What is this going on? It is always Facebook. What is going on? Okay, I see what's going on. Goodbye. All right. Sorry, BJ. You're getting put on restriction. You're going to get put on restriction, and that's all there is to it. As soon as I can get my... My God, I have no room here for my thingy here. Stop! BJ, one more comment out of you, and I will block you from this live stream because I just went through the comments and I don't see anything wrong by anybody else. Okay? Stop. Facebook. What is going on with you guys? No, Rebecca, I don't get trick-or-treaters out here. No. There's nobody out here. No dog talk today, guys. No dog talk. Aaron, as far as appeal resources in Colorado, I don't know like all the different state laws. So Yeah. The other thing that I'm really a big advocate for is wrongful convictions. And I do have a friend whose husband is going through that right now. She was actually on the reality show Prison Brides, and she went on that show for the purpose to bring more light to her husband's story. So that's another thing is I'm really, really, really into that. And I honestly wish I could devote my time to that because I just love being able to get into the meat and potatoes of their cases. An appeal lawyer. Yep. Right, Aaron. You know, here's the thing too, and I'm going to give you just a little bit of advice, Aaron, if I may. And if I offend anybody, I am sorry. Attorneys have a reputation, right? They're not always the best. They take our money and you just can't get anybody to return your call. Okay, Ange. Right? So you can save yourself a lot of money by doing your own investigative work. And it's easy to, now with the internet, you can do a lot of your own investigative work, get stuff together. You need an attorney just to actually take it to court. But the stuff before that, try and do it on your own. It's just like I did that for somebody, and it was the best thing I did. Just doing your own homework and doing your own stuff. So that would be my first piece of advice. Secondly, do a deep dive on these attorneys. Check the Bar Association, reviews on them. Like do you know the number one? Okay, BJ, you're not my best friend. Like, I don't know why you're telling people you're not my best friend. I don't have any best friends. So don't give people problems. Guys, I don't know what's going on here. Facebook. Okay. I don't have any best friends. Sorry, I just don't. So stop telling people that. I don't know what you're arguing about over here, and I may have to block you. So thank you, Judea. Diane, you did your own divorce. See, that's what I'm talking about. I love the law. Like, I love legal stuff. I love it. It's just like a thing I love. And I wish I could devote so much more time to helping people with, like, I'm not like an expert, but I just love getting in there. Because I've seen people ripped off by attorneys. Of course, there's good attorneys, okay, but there's also a lot of that just take your money. Yeah, but again, do a lot of the legwork yourself and do a deep dive, like Bar Association, do reviews, get referrals, talk to other people before ever hiring a lawyer. Thank you, Mark Smith. Monica, I have no clue. I have no clue to your question. Oh my God. Angela, I'm not even going to say. I'm just going to hope I've done two spankings. So let's see. It's on Facebook. So we'll see. It would be on, if you're on, you're on Facebook. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. If you scroll back, you'll see. I wish I would have done that, Mary. Wow, $40,000 later. Yeah. Oh, Monica, thanks. And again, I've just started this little Felon Fridays thing. BJ, I did not block you. I was going to block you. Facebook. So this is my first time doing a Felon Friday. And like I said, I want to get everything organized in my podcast office. Right now I got a laptop going, 2 phones going, my tablet going. I have got to figure this out. So yeah, I plan on keeping this going every Friday, because I do enjoy talking about the prison system. I am a big advocate for, like I said, inmate reform, helping those that come out. I really am, because I've seen the good. Oh, Monica, you have an associate's in criminal justice. Oh, really? Cool. Definitely could use your help, Monica. I know you're talking about me. Huh? No, Esther, I'm not talking about you or your puppies. No, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Crazy. No, I'm not married to the dude in prison. We divorced years ago. And, but I am, I'm going to say sponsoring. Is that the right word? My other ex-husband. I do, Bobby. I do have a lot of irons in the fire. I do. My ex-husband, my original, number 3. I was married to him 25 years ago. He just got out of prison after 39 years. So he didn't really have anywhere to go, so he's here. He's living in his own little place behind me, back there, back in the swamp. Oh, thank you, Esther. I got confused, Esther. That's all. And seeing, just in the matter of a few weeks of him being out, just seeing the transformation is amazing. It's amazing. I also have another new parolee who's here. Had a little stumble. Gonna give him another chance. And then, yeah, Francis, I was talking about Tony. And then, of course, we still have Earl and Tony Converse, and we have another parolee nickname of Bones. He goes by Bones. His name is Tyrone. And so we have like five guys here right now that are in that capacity. So, yeah. And I mean, success stories. Everybody loves Earl, right? He did 22 years in prison. So good people can come out of prison. So truth be told, for those of you that do follow me on some of my paid platforms, tonight I will be dropping the next 25 to Wife. 25 to Wife is my podcast about my life with my other ex-husband, Tony. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's about our little, we're having some stumbles. Okay. Or actually I am. So yeah. No, Bones is a human, not a duck. Yeah. So yeah, 25 to Wife will come out tonight. That's on my YouTube and my Patreon, but it is behind the paywall because it tends to be a little bit more personal. And yes, Karen, I am. So I just don't want it out there so publicly. But yeah. Oh, thanks, Monica. I'm trying to think, Monica, what you can do. You can email Monica. Let me put my, hold on here. I have a prison related email. Hold on. Oh, I didn't put it here. Well, Monica, I'm going to put my email in the chat. Here. Oops, I'm going to put my email in the chat. And guys, I'm telling you right now, unless it's prison related, I won't answer you. So I'm just letting you know now. You can all email me. Let me see here. Okay. Monica, there's my email, my prison email. Pretty easy, right? Doing the time with Tia tours. So if it's not dog related, prison related, I'm just going to delete the email. So letting you guys all know now. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Happy Halloween to you too, Ken. Okay. Monica, it may take me a little bit to get back to you because I have to do, someone said it earlier, I have so many irons in the fire. Boy, do I ever. I have to set up for my 90-day felon for tonight. I want to get Danny some pen pals. He is he's about here. Let me see if I can bring him up. I'll do a little. I'm learning how to use my tablet. Give me a break, guys. I'm learning how to use my tablet. Hold on. There he is. So that's my horrible lighting in this room. Okay. Horrible lighting. But that's Danny Copley. I'm sorry, Copley. I call him Garfield. And he's about, I think, like 60, in his early 60s. And he's been looking for a pen pal for so long. And he does want like a relationship. So this is not a guy who just wants to play games and take money. He wants a relationship. Like he wants somebody. So he's going to be on tonight. Yes, Corinne. So hold on here. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Mouse, he's like 60 something, 60 in his early 60s. Yes, I do. I am going to have actually, you know what? I'm actually going to have a Q&A with not just Earl, but like Earl, Tony, maybe Garrett, the new guy, and that you guys we'll do a live stream with those guys. And you can ask them all kinds of stuff, you know? I just have to teach Tony the ins and outs of social media because he says things, inappropriate things. Like, you can't say that on, especially TikTok. Melissa, it's prison talk today. No, I haven't talked to Countryman and Jake for a long time. Oh, you didn't see it, Monica? Okay, I'll do it again. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me make it. No, let me make it a banner. Hold on. I'll take a chance. Woo. I will take a chance. Hold on, guys. So this email, I'm telling you guys now, this email is just from my prison stuff. So don't think you're going to email me about dogs or anything else on this one because I will delete the email. I'm not even going to answer it. This is specifically for Monica and Taylor. So easy for you to say, let him be him. No, Nikki, it's not. It's been off for a few years. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping Fridays to be. Thanks, Pixie and Chito. I'm not sure who you're saying that to, but thank you for having my back. Oh, Amanda, you're from Ohio. We're actually talking about Ohio today. We're talking about the Lucasville Riot in Lucasville Prison in Ohio. So I talked a little bit about how that happened. And I wish I could put, we will need a bleep box for Tony. I wish I could put like excerpts from the documentary, but they wouldn't allow me because of copyright infringement. Oh, thanks, Ange. Thanks for putting that there. And thank all you guys, the new people, for joining me on Doing the Time with Tia Torres, both on TikTok and YouTube. I just set that up because not everybody wants to. Oh, what's this? You heard Lucasville, Sammy? Are you familiar with? Oh, you're from Lucasville. Well, we're talking about the prison. Small world. Yeah, we're talking about the prison. Here's somebody from Cincinnati, Ohio. Doing the Time with Tia Torres is my general prison platform. So If you're here on the Tia Torres TikTok and you're into all the prison talk, you can follow me on Doing the Time with Tia Torres. I've actually tried to write it on here on a banner and it kept saying no. And then my Doing the Time with Tia Torres YouTube channel. Okay. For now, I'm going to keep posting on both, until the Doing the Time with Tia Torres gets going. So, your son spent time in Lucasville, Ice Queen. Yikes. I'm hoping he's out. And I am going to be talking. I do have an inmate who is a part of my little circle, and he is currently in Lucasville. And so he wants to come on and talk. I'm trying to keep a lot of the guys that are in Lucasville that want to talk to me, keep their anonymity, because retaliation is a thing, not just at Lucasville, but at like a lot of the prisons. It is a thing. They will. So, but this inmate really wants to talk. He wants to tell his story. He's got a crazy story. And, he wants to be a guest. The documentary, Bobby, so it's called Captive. And it's like a multi-episode Netflix documentary on different stories of people who got kidnapped or held captive. And the Lucasville prison riot is the very first episode. And when you watch it, and wait, what? Sammy? He's in the documentary? Really? As an inmate or a correctional officer? Wow. Your son was there during the riot? Oh my God. Oh, he's an officer. Wow. It's on Netflix. To me, watching that about Lucasville was listening, and I went over it a little bit ago, was listening to what the prison officials were saying. Like, it's one of those where you go, wait, did you just say that? Like, you're like the colonel. Did you just say that? Like, whoa, I'm pretty sure you probably made it worse. And then I found another YouTube documentary where the person that was talking was saying, yeah, things probably could have been done a little different. Yeah. Oh, Lisa, you're watching it now. Yeah. So, again, I only watched the first episode. Wow, Mark. Oh, so Mark, your brother was there too. Wow. Yeah, I'm hearing just horrible things. No, the riot, this riot was in 1993 on Easter Sunday. Yeah. It was 8 correctional officers were held hostage, and 9 inmates their lives were ended. I can't say the K word because TikTok gets their feelings hurt. And 1 correctional officer was taken out. My opinion after watching the documentary episode on Lucasville is they took out that correctional officer basically because they were almost not dared to, but just the response from the prison officials was like they just didn't care. They're like, well, yeah. So they were like, oh, all right. I got something for you. Yeah, and I mean, I'm just doing a deep dive into it now. So I'm doing a deep dive into that incident, plus hearing about things going on now. And the reason I'm so drawn to this again for people, is that the one at Parchman, Mimi? You talking about the one in Parchman, Mississippi? Yeah, Sammy, it was Parchman. Wow. Yeah, Sammy. Even the inmates said that correctional officer was like the nicest guy ever. Like the inmates were saying it. They were like, who would do that to him? He's like he was like one of the nice ones, So now Parchman was a whole different thing in Mississippi. And the reason Parchman, the prison got exposed was because they snuck cell phones into the prison, and the inmates were able to record and send them out to their family, and the family got the media involved. That's what happened there. Yeah, that was horrific. Horrific what happened in Mississippi. Horrific. I think worse than Lucasville, actually. You know? So, but yeah, there were quite a few things that could have prevented that riot in Ohio. Oh my God. Hold on. What am I choking on? Oh, an M&M. Okay. It hasn't changed? Oh, wow. I actually know the deputy warden there. Small world, right? Small world. So yeah, just to recap, this little mini series I'm doing about Lucasville Prison, it's going to be more than one live stream. I am going to download this and like post it on my YouTube and my Patreon, and my TikTok. It is something that I want to get into, but right now I'm just talking about what happened in the past and what made Lucasville Prison what it is today, and the reputation it has, and then get into things that are going on currently now. And if I hadn't heard it with my own ears and seen it with my own eyes, I might not be sitting here talking to y'all. Oh my God. What nonsense are you talking about? Okay. I don't know what nonsense is this we're talking about. Yeah, Ange, I'm going to be doing the pen pal thing a little bit later. I have to go to the store. Turtle Girl, this is kind of true crime. This is kind of true crime. Yeah, it is. I do too. I enjoy talking about it. I really do. And again, let me thank those that joined my Doing the Time with Tia Torres TikTok. My phone's up here. That's why I'm pointing. Thank you guys over here for joining my Doing the Time with Tia Torres YouTube channel. So I appreciate that. They're brand new platforms. And by the way, I don't know, Baby Lisa's still on here because she said she wanted to be a guest on this when I do this. Baby Lisa is actually the daughter of Dog the Bounty Hunter. So she said, hey, earlier, she said, I want to be a guest on here because what they do is, crime and law related. So that was kind of cool. Thanks, Taylor. Thank you so much, Taylor Cutler. I appreciate that. Then we have another person, I think it was Monica. I'm bad with names. She is pretty well versed in this field. So maybe we'll get her talking about it. And again, guys, my dog platforms, they're still there. Okay, just because I talk about this doesn't mean I don't care about dogs. I eat, shit, and breed dogs 24/7. So I'm allowed to have another part of my life, okay? And it just happens to be prison stuff. And then a little bit of it is my books that I write, So, but I'm an advocate for this. I really am. I want to talk about wrongful convictions. I'm going to get Gabriella up here to talk about what's going on with her husband's case. And so, yeah. Hey, Carolyn. Oh, I see what you're talking. Rebecca, thank you for clearing that up. I didn't know what he was talking about. Now I understand. Okay, now I understand. Okay, thank you. I get that. Right. Sometimes there's not much of a line between the police and the criminals. I understand that. Now I get what you're saying. Sometimes, you're right. Sometimes. I got a little few people up here in my Doing the Time with Tia Torres. Thank you guys. Thank you, Katrina. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Lisa. New followers. Thank you, Sean, for joining. Thank you, Deborah, for joining. Some more attention here. Thank you. Oh, I just missed that one. Chicken Girl, thanks for joining. Liz, thanks. Corinne. So yeah. Roseanne, my husband, I divorced him years ago. And then my ex-husband from before that is now living here with me. I mean, not here with me, in a place behind me. So divorced the most current husband, brought back the other ex-husband. See if you can follow that. So I love talking to people about ex-husbands. They're like, which ex-husband is it? I said, well, I think I have four. Yeah. So, so many lives. Exactly, Ange. So many. And that's my, okay. What? Okay, hold on, guys. TikTok is putting me to the test. There we go. Today's live is prison talk. You have 3? Danny? Okay. I got 4. So to answer your question, Roseanne, my ex-husband from before, from 25 years ago, is out of prison. And he lives here. He did 39 years. Turtle Girl, you have 3 husbands too? Look at you girls. Little wild things, you. Okay, there you are, Monica. I was just talking about you. Yeah, I am very passionate about this. I am. Judy says she has 4 ex-husbands as well. We got some feral women in here. We got some. Woo! Look at you girls. Okay. Bobby Harrison says I have 3 ex-wives. Thanks, Monica. Oh my God. Oh, thank you, Peter. I love him too. Oh my God, that was so funny. I think I'd rather have 4 ex-husbands than 3 ex-wives, though. Ex-wives are vicious, aren't they? I'm a good ex-wife. I'm a very good ex-wife. I'm not a good wife, but I'm a good ex-wife. Yeah, I've never been a good wife, but I'm a good ex-wife. So, yeah, that's just my opinion. My second one, well, we weren't married. My daughter Mariah's father, I was with him for 12 years. And when we split up after 12 years, he says, you know, you were the crappiest girlfriend, but you're like a great friend. I'm like, oh, and because you're a great mom. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. Ooh, what's this? Rhonda, after having worked in the DOC for 25 years, people cannot imagine what it's like to work there. Oh, I can. You hear your loved ones tell you their version from the inside. It's hard for all. Staff aren't necessarily nice to each other. They are now called residents instead of inmates. I am curious, since I have retired, what they think about being called residents. Francis, your husband was in Lucasville in 77. Holy crap. That was right after it was built. That's a good question, Rhonda. I understand. I don't know. I mean, they are inmates. I understand why they came up with the term residents, but they committed a crime. I mean, most of them. I get there's some in there that may have been wrongly convicted, but I'm going to go on a limb and say most of them committed a crime. So they are inmates. So, I mean, if I asked my ex-husband, he wouldn't care. He wouldn't care at all. Yeah, we're inmates. He even says prisoner. I said, ooh, who uses the word prisoner? That's such an old word. He says prisoner. But he's been in prison for 39 years. So to him, it's Corinne. I was going to say that. I couldn't think of the right term. It's PC. Yeah, PC. It's PC to say residents. I mean, I get why they do it, but come on. The inmates don't care. They're like, nah, we're convicts. That's, I think, their preferred term. Ooh, let's do a poll. I'm going to do an inmate poll. What do you prefer being called? Prisoner, inmate, felon, or convict. 4 things. Prisoner, inmate, felon, or convict. Huh. Yeah, I think convict would be the answer. I do. I think they would prefer convict. I'll have to ask. Real talk with J-Rock. Ooh, that's an interesting name. See, someone else said convict. Yeah. Interesting. Oh, okay. 26 years in. Okay, I'm sorry, J-Rock. Okay. And resident. Okay, we'll ask them if they want to be called resident. Okay, Debbie, good. So yeah, so prisoner, inmate, convict, or resident. Convict. I think so too. Yes, Tina, I did see that TikTok posted that I kicked the bucket. Facebook did it a few months ago. Yeah, I saw that. I kicked the bucket. I did. I was actually thinking of doing a fundraiser for my funeral. I'm like, well, hell, if I'm DEAD, let's get some money here. I'll say, in lieu of flowers, send me money. Incarcerated individuals. Oh my God. Yeah. That's another, I didn't think about that one. Incarcerated individuals. I just say locked up. What were you locked up for? Yeah. So temporary guests. Yeah, some of them ain't temporary, Diana. Yeah. So, okay, guys, I've been on here for an hour. I do have to go to the store and get some stuff, get back, get ready for my 90-day felon, introduce Danny. Hopefully we can get him some pen pals. And those of you on my Patreon and my YouTube, calm down, TikTok. I know I shouldn't say those words. But tonight, my newest 25 to wife will be posted. Keeping it all. Corinne, she goes, I bet you they don't like to be called innocent. Boom, you got them. But trying to keep it all with Felon Fridays. So yeah. Okay, we've been a little over an hour. Thank you, guys. Thank you again. I'm going to say it again. Can I say it again? Thank you to the new people who joined me on back at you, Brandy. To the new people that join me on Doing the Time with Tia Torres on my new TikTok, and those of you that join me on my new YouTube on Doing the Time with Tia Torres as well. So I'm trying to build up those platforms. So when I do this again, I can, keep all the prison stuff there and give a place for people to go. So I will also download this. And it was kind of all over the place because I'm still trying to get my system together here. My tablet, phones, all that. So thanks, Monica. Thank you. Is that? Oh, no, we're not in New Orleans. I'm hoping to have a more professional setup by next week. Okay. All right, everybody. Happy Halloween. Okay. Hey, Fat Dog Famous. So have a good night. And thank you, everybody. You guys are great. Okay, I'm going to say bye to the Doing the Time with Tia Torres TikTokers first. Thank you guys for joining me up here. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend. And I can't get my phone to go off. Okay, and now. And of course, thank you guys on my Tia Torres TikTok. You guys are great. Okay. And I can't get that one to go off. Come on. Oop, and then you guys, the troublemakers from Facebook. And the tubers. So later on, I don't know the time yet. You know me, I got a crazy life. So I will be introducing Danny again and hopefully getting him some pen pals. Okay. You guys have a good afternoon, and I'll catch up with you all later. As soon as I figure out how to get out of here. How do you